Good morning. We're back on the coast path and it's a bit wet. You would be forgiven for thinking that it's not the middle of winter, I think, but no, it's spring and we've just had, what, 2 weeks of glorious sun and now it's very gloomy, but oh well. We've just got back over to Instow. We have parked our car in Appledore, so we're walking back there and then we're camping tonight in a tent, so hopefully it doesn't carry on raining. It might rain a lot, but we'll see. Yeah.
Planned to get the ferry over from Appledore to
Yeah.
Instow, but unfortunately the ferry was cancelled, so
Not sure why.
we got the bus.
We're assuming it's weather related, but we don't know. It's not like super bad weather, but maybe they were just being precautionary, I don't know. So yeah, we had to get the bus, but thankfully we didn't have to wait long. So yeah, we're setting off. We got about, I think it's just under 8 miles today, and it's all flat, so a pretty easy one. Should be nice. And also we're going, so my dad grew up in Bideford, so we're kind of going through some of his old stomping ground, and he's recommended some places to have a look and go and see, and Hocking's ice cream was the top of his list. So despite the fact that the sun's not out, I'm going to get an ice cream if I can find it, if they're open. I think they are. Just taking some shelter from the rain for a minute. Hope it'll pass. I think it's already passing. I've taken shelter again. It's a bit soggy. I'm getting a bit wet. But I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Until like 2?
Well, it's not going to stop all day.
Well,
but
yeah, but there'll be...
it goes down a bit, it dies down a bit from 2.
Yeah.
So this is
It's going to have
it.
to get wet more. Alright, let's go. Old station, I presume, at some point. It's quite cool. Despite the weather, I got myself a Hocking's ice cream. As my dad said, I had to, coming through Bideford. So it's pretty cold today, but oh well, I've got an ice cream. And it's very good.
Good.
It's very nice. Just coming out of, I don't know if it's all Bideford, the shopping bit, the park. Still raining. We're a bit soggy, sort of soaked through to my clothes underneath now. But I've had an ice cream, so that made it better. And we've had some lunch. And we're kind of about halfway, and it's been really easy so far.
Yeah.
Barely even noticed the first like 3 or so miles or whatever it was, because it's all flat. So it's been nice. It's still very overcast. Some very posh looking houses around here. They look very nice. Whoop. got a bit of sun, sort of, kind of, up there, kind of shining. It's a nice treat. Not much left of these guys, is there?
No. More decaying, rotting boats.
Yeah, look at this one. That's a seaworthy vessel if ever I saw one. And we're back where we started the day, in Appledore. Pretty straightforward walk really. Just about 2 o'clock. Still raining a bit. It's very windy still. What's going on here?
Sculptures from the museum that we walked past.
Ah. Like a little worm. I've made a little makeshift door with a twig I found so that we can eat. And I also spilt lots of water on my socks. For dinner we've got the Tuscan stew. And then after we've got the chili non-farro. We've had that one before and it's quite nice. We've not had this one yet.
Starters and names.
So, quiet campsite. Rain's been holding off for a little bit, but we are still due some. It's been a nice day though, despite the rain. Easy, it's quite a quick walk. I think my name ASMR. Morning. It's finally stopped raining, although I think it has tried a little bit this morning. Just sorting out breakfast. Very grateful to have the car just to put stuff in, just to give us a bit more space in the tent whilst we were kind of wet and drying things out. So I think if we didn't have that it would have been a bit miserable. It's about 7:30, so it's fairly early, but we slept okay. Woke up a lot, but I think that's to be expected. Just sorting out breakfast now. Got beans. Got posh baked beans. Where are they? Posh. Posh apparently. I don't know why they're posh. But yeah, today's a bit longer walking. I think we've got just under 10 miles and it's going to be eventually a bit hilly back into the hills again. Feels like it's been a while since we've been on the hills. It's been flat for a while. I think the Jetboil's about to boil, so I'll sign off for now, but catch up with you later. Just setting off for day 2. I'm leaving, where are we? Appledore. We had an okay night in the tent, didn't we? It was a bit wet and windy.
It rained throughout the night pretty much.
Yeah, but we stayed dry and just didn't sleep very well. But I feel okay. I don't feel too bad today.
No, I don't feel sometimes you feel a bit drunk, don't you?
Yeah.
You've not had enough sleep, but
Yeah.
I'm feeling okay.
Yeah. Got a lovely little street here. Lots of nice little houses. We've got about 10 miles to go. Just under. So, and hopefully no rain. That man in the water is naked. He just ran past us. Going for a little naked swim. It's not something you see every morning, is it? Going all the way up out there in a bit, and then up over those hills. Although I don't think we go up onto the. I think we skirt around the bottom there of Westward Ho, and then we go up. Yeah. So there are some hills today. Watch out, this might be slippy, but they're mostly at the end. Coming into Westward Ho. We've done about 3 miles so far. Walked around Northam Common? Burrows.
Country Park.
Stopped and had a little sausage sandwich in the cafe, which was very nice. Yeah, it's been fine so far. A bit windy. We're a bit bored of the wind, so you can't hear anything. Yeah, so probably in and out of Westward Ho pretty quickly, I would have thought. And then into the hills. Just on our way out of Westward Ho, we didn't stop anywhere, we just walked on through, as we'd already stopped for our little break in that nice cafe. Pebble Ridge, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
The golf course.
Yeah, and so we're just, feels like we're on the coast path proper again. It's like, we've been on a lot of just footpaths for the last few trips really. Not much of it has been like this. So I think it's pretty much like this for miles now, which is nice. Nice to be back out in more of this scenery, and we can kind of see, I think, don't know whether the camera will pick it up properly, but there's a little white patch over there. I think that's where we're walking to. That's Peppercombe Beach, I think is that bit. And then Clovelly's over there, which will be our next trip, and then obviously all the way around to Heartland as well, which we've got booked in a couple of weeks. We've got a very busy time. That white house that we thought, the white bit, if the camera picks up, that we thought was Peppercombe was actually Bucks Mill. And just where this slope is coming down of the hill, about halfway down, you can see a little house That's Peppercombe. So that's where we're going. So we've got less distance to go. And there are a few big hills in our way, at least 2, and then a big hill out of Peppercombe. Or hopefully we'll get the bus. Maybe. We'll see. Hi. Destination is in sight. Actually been quite sunny, sort of. Nice. This side's been less windy as well than we got on the corner, which has been good. We were getting a bit battered, especially on that Burrows bit at the beginning. It's a bit steep. We're not far away. You can just about see it, and you probably won't see it on the camera, but you can just about see it. Where we need to go, I think we've got another big hill at least, and then a couple of little bits, and then we're there, and that'll be our little jaunt for this trip done. And we'll be back in 2 weeks time from today, not from when this video goes out, but 2 weeks, and then we're doing from where we finished today round to hopefully Heartland Quay across 3 days, so it'll be 2 nights camping. And so we're trying to get back into the using the tent a bit more now the weather's turned a bit, although this weekend's not been the best example. Right. Oh, very scorchy. Oh, gross. Yeah, I think all in all today's been a good day. Yesterday was okay. Obviously the weather didn't help, and the first bit of the walk wasn't that great either. Like walking alongside the road pretty much for a lot of it, which wasn't the nicest. So it just wasn't, it was fine, it just wasn't very interesting. This is much more like it. Peppercombe, half a mile. And it's very nice and peaceful around this side. Hey?
The sea has been very calm.
Yeah. Considering how blustery and windy it was back in like Appledore and Westward Ho. We've made it to Peppercombe. That's it. But we have a bus maybe to catch, so we might not have time to go on the beach. We're going to see. There's the beach house that we saw all the way back there, miles away. We've made it. Don't actually think you can get to the beach from this bit, so we're not going to the beach. We're just going to stroll up the hill in hopes that there'll be a bus when we get there. But we're quite tired now. It's been quite a long day. Well, I suppose it's not been a long day, has it really?
I think it's just with being wet all day yesterday.
Yeah.
And not sleeping well last night.
Yeah.
Just take it out of us a bit today.
Yeah. There were some tricky hills towards the end there as well. I think if there was any more hills we would have been knackered. But thankfully they were just about doable. But we've done, well, 18-ish miles. 18 miles of coast path over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Plus walking in between, so we've done a lot of walking. I think that's the bobby up there.
Yeah.
That we were going to stay in. But it didn't work out in the end. But that would have been a good spot, wouldn't it? Yes, all in all, a good trip, despite the rain, despite being wet. And then only a couple of weeks till we're back again. That's it, I think we are pretty much officially off the coast path now, if we go up here. Our journey is done.